Listen, I am a victim of SA myself. It is a very strange experience to be actively saying no, don't do that, and things just continuing to happen to you. So when allegations come against big upcoming artists or creators or whatever, I do take it very seriously. And I've never had, now when that incident happened to me, it was of people my own age. I was 19, they were like 19 and 20. Now, with this, I've never been a minor talking to an adult. I don't know what that's like. But also, in terms of me talking about music, reviewing music, when I've talked about Nine, the reason that I'm even making this video is because people have been upset with me for even covering Nine Vicious's music. And so the two videos I've made on him were breaking down the music. One was in depth, it's on here, it's like 4 minutes. And then the other one was about the EP that he just released, because I did not look into these things because it just looked like a passing sort of allegation thing. And I have to also say, like with Playboi Carti, it's the same. It's like there's these allegations, however, none of them are really proven or whatever, and everyone is paying to go to his Antagonist tour, and he's one of the biggest stars ever, etc., etc. So I see that and I'm like, okay, I'm just talking about the music. I don't know what's proven and what's not. With Nine Vicious, way smaller of an artist, obviously, but I'm just talking about the music. I'm not here to investigate. However, it's murky for me, right? Because I'm hoping to build a platform, and I don't want to be giving a platform. If I build a platform and when I talk about someone's music, it helps them grow, which is the point, because I want to do this organically. And I want you guys to know and trust me as a curator, basically. So when I do that and I help give a platform to someone that has these sorts of immoral things going on in their career, obviously I don't want that, because I do not want to be the reason why more people get harmed, okay? So I've heard you, I've listened, I get it. And I also looked up the video where Kendra explains herself. And so we're going to hear her out, and then we're going to talk about Nine Vicious's response. And then we're going to talk about what I'm going to do or say about Nine Vicious moving forward. Let's hear out Kendra.
So I'm just going to get straight to the point because y'all don't care about an introduction. I had no clue that this would happen in the way that it did. I posted a comment not thinking about that maybe somebody would screenshot it and put it on Twitter and it would blow the fuck up. Someone then reached out to me and asked me about the situation because they saw the comment or something. I didn't know that it was posted at this point. Here you can see me DMing this account because they wanted proof of what I was saying, and I wanted it to be anonymous. I said, so there's pictures of my face in our text that he sent. I don't know how to go about that, but if you can blur it somehow, let me know. I did not even want my face in this, but it obviously escalated very quickly. I woke up to a bunch of notifications at the time, not knowing what the fuck was happening. Another person texting me, I said, I have friends and coworkers that follow me. I don't want to post that. I also don't want to get backlash or hate because I know people are going to say shit, but I can send you a screen recording of our text together on iMessage. Because again, I wanted to prove my point. I didn't want clout. Like, why the do y'all think that I wanted clout from somebody who literally is, and that's another thing. People are saying, why didn't you go to the police? First of all, I didn't even remember who this man was until I saw him on like an underground fan page or something, and I was like, this isn't the guy that I used to talk to, right? I went to our text because I was just curious, like, what the he used to say to me, because I swore like he was way older. And y'all have already seen the text, but I'm just going to show them again more clearly because they are real. It's not fake. Here he is saying, say you don't want to be friends with me. Saying that I'm like, I don't want to be friends with him because you don't want to talk to me because of my age, so don't talk to me at all. Like, I understand. You're like, oh, okay, well, you knew that he was older than you. You knew, like, like, I was 16 though. So do you think I knew any better? Like, I am not the same person I was 3 years ago. Like, I was a child. He said, I need to stop flirting with you, but we can still be friends. So yeah, at that point, it looks fine, right? He then decides to text me, miss you, what's up, miss you, I know, sit on my fucking face. Like, this shit is funny because, like, why are you saying that to me? Like, I barely spoke to him. Like, it was more like FaceTimes. Like, he would FaceTime me and then, you know, like, he would text me just to FaceTime, you know what I mean? Like, it looks like short conversations, but we would call. There's receipts of everything else that was important, online. Y'all already saw that. Y'all can say whatever the fuck about me. I'm chopped, I'm fucking clout chasing, I'm a fucking loser ass bitch that doesn't have parents. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't think you understand this is not affecting me in the way you think it is. I'm just defending myself. Like, that's the only reason I care, is because you're not about to say things that you have no clue about. It's genuinely disheartening, like, how many people just won't believe a victim, because I was a victim. People are saying that he was born in 2002, right? I'm 2005, so that makes me 3 years younger. And he was 19 and then 20 when we were talking, when I was 16 and 17. Do you think that's okay? Like, genuinely, if you think it's like legal, whatever, do you think it's okay though? Like, to be talking to somebody that's still in high school while you're out of high school and have been out of high school? His team has been trying to get on a call with me to sort things out. Like, there's nothing to sort out, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are they gonna say? Like, it doesn't, like, and the people saying that, why didn't you go to the police? Like, why are you bringing this shit up now? I don't know if I already said this, but I didn't even know who he was until he popped up, and I was like, this cannot be the same guy I used to talk to like years ago. And people saying, oh, why didn't you go to the police when it happened? First of all, I'm not gonna go to the police because I was underage, and I was talking with him. Like, I didn't see it as a problem at the time, but when you grow up, you don't realize what's actually that bad until you look back in your life. You know what I mean? Like, you can't assess the situation when you're talking to somebody who is significantly older than you. I do not want clout. And I know people say, like, any attention is good attention, you know? No, the fuck it's not. I've been at work all day, and I've had to deal with this shit blowing the fuck up in my phone. Everybody telling me to off myself. Everything in the fucking book. I genuinely just wanted people to know the person that he is. Because I know people say people can change, not people who talk to children. And there was somebody DMing me saying that we were the same age, and then saying he was 2002. How does that make sense? My birthday's July 21st, 2005. I don't want clout from anybody. Like, I simply commented something, it went out of proportion, people were saying I'm lying, so of course I'm gonna show receipts, but I still wanted them to blur out my name. Like, I said that in the text, and blur out my face. They still didn't blur out my name, but they tried to blur out my face. It was too late. They found my Instagram for my TikTok, and they looked at my TikTok, they found my Instagram, like, that was it. And this shit is mad embarrassing because, like, y'all are coming to my TikTok, like, I have, like, family and friends that follow me. Like, I understand that that is my fault for posting something with an allegation with not having any proof at the time, and these people are like, well, what the fuck? But I always found him very off-putting too. Like, whenever we would call, it was just weird. I was not expecting to cause this much of a fucking ruckus. Like, this shit is crazy. The shit that y'all are saying to me. Like, do you realize, like, step outside of your body and think about if this shit was happening to you. I've never in my life experienced something like this, and a lot of people won't. But a lot of people also have, and they understand. And there's been understanding people telling me, don't listen to these people. But it's just, like, it's absolutely insane what is happening. Everyone is making jokes, and I can't lie if I didn't think that some of them were funny, but what isn't funny is blaming somebody who is the victim. And also people saying that I was in the wrong too, like, because I said, oh, I like older men. Like, do y'all not understand, like, how wrong that is to say that? I was the one who was a victim. I was underage. There's nobody else to blame in this situation but the adult. His team also did admit to me that it was a lie. Not directly, but they contacted the account that posted that blew up, and they admitted that they lied about his age. They contacted him. I haven't been contacted. He would like to apologize / hear your side more and talk civilly about it since they know this is fucked. So he's admitting that this is fucked. I'm explaining that I'm uncomfortable doing this because what the fuck is the point talking to him? Like, how are we gonna sort this out? Do you know what I mean? The majority of people know he was 19. So he was 19/20, like, he was 19 and then he was 20. Yeah, they admit they lied about him being class of 21. That was the only lie said by his team. Every other lie was started on Twitter. So he was not class of 2021, he was class of 2020. Like, there's not much else to say about this. I'm not going to take this to the police because it happened so long ago. It never got physical. I never even met this man in real life. Y'all love to jump the gun on blaming somebody who's trying to just tell the truth about a situation. I wasn't trying to expose him, but when I saw that people were saying that I was lying, I'm going to tell my truth. And if y'all are upset about that, go read a fucking book. Like, go outside. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're full of shit, like, all of you. Like, you would never, ever imagine how this feels to be targeted in this way. Please think about if this happened to you.
And so then we have this response, and it's just so stupid. So I couldn't believe also, by the way, that the team did the one lie and then all of the other rest of the lies were on behalf of Nine Vicious on Twitter. That's also crazy to me. Why would you lie and protect someone and try to help them, for one? And then when the actual artist has the response that he has, it's an incredibly bad taste and it's incredibly shady. So do I feel great about this? Absolutely not. When you're like my age, I'm like 32, a 3-year age difference, older or younger, is not a big deal. But that's because we're all adults, right? When you turn 18, it is well known in society that you do not talk to minors, even though you are freshly an adult yourself. You don't do this. Everyone knows. It shouldn't be that hard. If someone is messaging you and they tell you that they're 16 and you're 19 or 20, you keep it very professional, or you do not message at all. And some people are also comparing him to Diddy, and now that is kind of a big comparison because this is messaging online, and Diddy had a whole decades-long crazy thing. So people will maybe argue that that's not fair. However, if this kind of behavior this early on is encouraged, then it could very easily go down the path of becoming something like Diddy. And Nine Vicious is gaining a lot of popularity right now. So for someone to think that they can get away with this, it's then they're gonna say, well, what else can I get away with in the future? I could get away with that. My team backed me up. People on Twitter backed me up. So I can, and now I'm a big star, because this all happened before he was even known. So now I'm a big star and I could get away with it before, and now I can get away with even more. So no, I'm not going to. I talk also about separating the art from the artist, right? And in some cases, I think you can do that when it comes to like if they have some mental health issues or something. But this is not that. This is not that. This is, I knew what I was doing. I was explicitly told how old this person was. I kept doing it. I felt cool when I could get away with it. I gave this stupid, nonchalant response when I could have taken it very seriously and given a very sincere apology. And he chose not to. The response is also a huge part of this, because he chose not to take it seriously. Because when you're 20, you are still young. I could have been his teacher, which is crazy because he was class of 2020. That was the year that, that was the second to last year that I taught before I quit. So he could have been one of my high school students. So to me, he's really young. But you can say like, hey, I was an adult. I was a young adult, but I knew I was an adult. I knew I was the person with the power dynamic here, the one in power. I knew that this could turn into or was grooming, and I was wrong. I was dumb. I was stupid. But this response is saying the exact opposite, saying I could just get away with whatever I want because I'm becoming a big star right now. So what do you guys think? Because now I'm thinking that I should probably not. Should I take down my videos about Nine Vicious, breaking down his music? Because I feel like I maybe should. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Am I probably going to cover him again? I don't think so. Should we even stream his music? I don't know. With things like Base Victim, it's where like they have this weird relationship where they have this toxicity and there may or may not be DV involved between the two of them. They are a duo, and a lot of people's conclusions on them is, hey, I'm going to listen to their music because I love it. I'm going to stream it, but I'm not going to support them by buying tickets or merch or anything like that, because everyone kind of knows that like the main ways that artists are making their money right now is through merch and through live performances. So is it one of those things where we can stream that Nine Vicious' music, we can talk about it, but we're not going to buy tickets, we're not going to buy merch? Or is it one of those things where this is so bad where we should just not even be streaming the music? Because there are some creators, there are some artists where, like Taylor Swift, for example, overly powerful billionaire, completely destroying the environment with her like plane trips and everything, like her private jets and everything. That's a whole hours long conversation, right? And also I don't even like her music, so all of that compared, I could have covered her music, you know, because she's the biggest artist basically, and I could cover her so that I could get views, right? But I will not even stream her music. So is this one of those things where we don't even stream Nine Vicious? I would love to know your thoughts. I am here to present things in a balanced way, and I am here to, it's always okay to change your mind, and I'm willing to hear you guys out to change my mind. I want to do the right thing. So I hope that this helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one.